Sid Zacharias here. Today we want to talk about the 5 ways how to stop your horse. So we kind of want to break these down and then put them all together later depending on the results and the environment you're riding in. Meaning, I'm riding the edge of a cliff, I'm going to use all 5 cues at once perhaps to get my horse to stop now. Or if I want a +1 sliding stop, I might want to use all 5 cues. But it will only happen if you teach each cue separately. It will not work if I use all 5 ways. So let's talk about what are the 5 ways. Number 1, reins. Number 2, legs. Number 3, your seat. Number 4 can be whoa. Number 5 is putting it all together. So obviously we want reins. We mentioned that first because that's the most important one. Okay, you want reins. Because the reason why the seat and the tone of voice, which is the whoa, in your legs will not transfer to every horse, will not transfer to every human being riding your horse, is because you got different leg length, you got different weight, you got different tone, okay? So I put emphasis on reins. Number 1, make sure your horse stops really well off reins, okay? And then the other 4, or the other 3 actually, are great to install on your horse with you personally, meaning with your butt in the saddle, riding multiple hours, that horse will learn those cues, okay? So let's go ahead and put it into action. So I'm gonna bring him up to a jog. Okay, I'm not going to use any tone of voice, no opening the legs, and nothing else but just to pull. Watch my hands, just draw. Okay, that horse should stop real nice. If I don't like this stop, I'll back him up to say, hey, you need to stop a little harder. Good. I'll do it again. Jog him up. Just my reins. There, I didn't like it either. Back him up. Say, hustle back a little more. Good boy. I want him really stopping off those reins where I pull just a little bit. More like squeeze my hands and he's on it. Again, a little late. Say, back up. There. Back up again. The reason why, because when I asked him to back up, he did not mentally connect and stay connected to me. See the difference how he backed up that time? Okay, he didn't just ease forward on me right away. He actually stayed back mentally. Trot forward again. Grab my reins. There. That time I felt like he engaged mentally, real nice to the stop off the reins. Okay? All right, so the first cue is reins. Second one is legs. Now we're going to go into that. So we're going to ask him to jog up here. I'm just going to open both my legs. Watch my legs. Open, just like that. Nice, good boy. Good boy, I like that. He kind of set back a little bit. I love that. One more time. Watch my legs. I'm putting my weight in my heels when I open them up. Watch both legs, watch this right. Just like that, okay? Now I'm going to go into the word, whoa, okay? And when I say that word, I'm going to drag out the A a long time, okay? I'm going to I'll stop him, whoa, like that. Whoa, good boy. Okay, so I'm going to drag that letter out. The reason why, because when you do that, it makes you exhale. Okay, that's what we want your body to do, is kind of collapse a little bit. Now, when I remember collapse, relax. That doesn't actually mean fall down and get slouchy like that, but it does mean just kind of relax in the saddle. Okay. Now I'm going to go to that cue, that word. I'll jog him up here. I'm not going to use my legs. I'm not going to use my reins. Watch my hands stay down. Ooh. That one wasn't as good as the other two. It needs a little more work. It wasn't bad. Try it again. Ooh. There it was. I love that one. Just off the word. Okay, if they have a trouble figuring that one out, I'll actually say whoa while we're backing up. So watch. Whoa. See him ease back? Whoa. Good boy. Okay, that really emphasizes that word and getting him to really connect. Give me some try. Now, the last one is actually one of the most important ones. Okay? It actually is. It's probably one of, this is secondary, the most important one. But the reason why we save it for last, because it's the hardest for the horse to feel or to read, the connection. They feel it. I shouldn't say hard to feel because they can feel everything. But it's the connection time. And a lot of people, if I give them work on their seat, and they'll ride around here for 20 minutes and they go, Sid, it's not working. Well, seat does take a little bit of time because it really does. They have to connect, you know, your seat bones to their back and understand what it means, okay? So it's the most important one to get them to just, I think, slow down, I think stop, and they just do it, okay? You do have to put the time in, but that's where I want you to go. If you get to that level, your horse will ride amazing. They'll be just like this, connected as they can be. But that's the reason why, excuse me, I don't go right off the bat to the seat, because people will do it for even a day or two and they'll go, hey, it's not really working, maybe I should try something else. And it's like, well, you got to put the time in to get the seat cue. So that's why we put it towards the end, most important one of the 5 cues, but that's why it's towards the end. So now I'm going to ask him to trot up there, and I'm just going to think about stopping. So I'm not going to lean back like a bronco rider and do that and lean way back. I'm just going to relax my lower back and just sit deep in that saddle, just like that. Can you see that? So if I'm straight up, I'm just going to relax my seat, okay? I'm not going to lean way back and do one of these, okay? That's not what that means. So I'm going to trot him up here again. I'm not going to pull, I'm not going to use my legs, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to see if I can get him to just relax and stop just off my intentions here with my body. So I'm jogging along, I'm just going to think about it. There it was. Good boy. Okay? And I love that when he kind of stepped back a little bit. All right, now you can take that to whatever level you want, whether you kind of want more of a reining cow horse stop, or maybe you just want a nice leisurely trail ride, quiet stop. You can take that whatever level you want. The better the backup, the better the stop. Remember that. So if you don't like your backup, or I'm sorry, if you don't like your stop, work on your backup. All right, one more time at the seat. There's huge advantages to have your horse disconnected to your seat. So I'm just going to think about it. Beautiful. And you can see that's one of his favorite ones because he knows when we're at that level, we can do whatever we want. So let's take it to one step further. Let's go to a trot and then to a walk. And all I'm going to do is think about it. Watch my hands, watch my seat, and watch my legs. You won't see anything change. I'm just going to go to a walk. See that? You didn't know what I did you? That's why we like the connection of the seat. If they're that good on the stop, they will do transitions in your sleep, meaning you're like, wow. I'll do it one more time for you. He's doing a really good job of showing you why it's so important to get him connected to your seat. Notice how he has this cute little jog here? Because he's connected to my seat. Look at his ears and eyes. He's so connected that if I even think about it, I'm going to just start thinking walk. That cute? Okay? And you can have that same relationship with your horse too. Put the time in, you'll get amazing results. Remember, it's the most important one of the 5. And last but not least, we're going to put them all together. Okay, now we're going to use seat, legs, reins, all of them together, voice. Now watch what will happen. Ooh. Woo! See how he really got in the ground there. All right, I'm going to give you a few troubleshooting tips here. First thing to remember is do not combine these cues together to install them properly. They need to be each cue installed separately, okay? So if I'm working on the voice, the whoa, I'm not gonna pull and say whoa together, all right? I wanna keep them very separate. If I do not like the results I'm getting in that maneuver at each cue, back him up. Meaning if I say whoa and he kind of keeps walking forward a little bit, back him up. If I ask him to use my legs to stop, and he doesn't take me seriously, back him up. So it's very important. The backup is how you get him to take you more serious on the exercise. A lot of people think they don't combine the cues. They do. Get yourself a friend to video you. Look in the mirror if you have one, or really subconsciously remember, a lot of people pull and use your seat together because when they think about seat, their hands follow. See that? Watch me do this. See the difference? My hands don't move. Okay, see my hips? They just lower. A lot of people think, oh, I gotta relax. And they do this. See the legs open? Everything is stiff. You're using 3 cues now at one time. Remember that. Do not put them together. Watch the video in detail. Just my hips, just my arms, just my legs. See how it moves independently? Okay, hope these help. Thanks for watching.